requires a very high degree of execution, very good mechanics. All of these champions are decently hard to play, so I think Team Secret is really throwing it on the gauntlet and just saying, okay.
We're back, everybody. No more default dancing Jin. We've got something slightly better, I guess. We have League of Legends. We have SGB taking on Team Secret. It's game 2. SGB up 1-0. And your way. We finally got some League of Legends.
Yeah, only took about half an hour between games. No biggie.
I mean, your way, based on our past experience, we should be lucky we didn't just have the game open up at 31 minutes.
True. That has happened before. Well, there's a big trait in the bot lane, but they have Ziggs without any offensive. They do have Ignite, actually. No, never mind me. But they can't ever get a kill here against Sivir and Karma, so nothing's ever going to happen. But BJ with the first gank of the game. Can he hit Artifact? Waiting for the Q to time out. There we go.
Moving forward. Spectral Ball flashed away by Artifact. Good stuff there from BJ. Quick gank to get the summoner. And now Penguin, he will be putting himself into the mix. Moving in onto Husman, who's just going to turn it, flash away. And BJ now there. Can they turn this? There are minions in the way, making it a bit harder for Viego. The flash away, betraying Hero, who has to burn his as well.
Okay, Saigon Buffalo has come to play. Do you see that sidestep from Husman?
Mm-hmm.
Yo!
Absolutely tasty. BJ as well wants to keep this going. They're going into the Gromp. Penguin there. Husman, he's caught between two, but now they're turning it around. Who's going to get the first blood? It is going to be Hero. They're winning it out early. BJ steals the soul, has Froggy there, but they can't go under the tower. That is overall a Team Secret win.
And Team Secret finally found someone who could outperform their counterpart. Team Secret Gromp putting in the work there. Holy, blocking everything from BJ. BJ could have flash W'd over the Gromp to secure the kill and maybe even save Husmit. So played with Destiny a little bit too much there. Just thought the Gromp would not completely throw him off there. Because as you can see, the Gromp is blocking the path for BJ. I think he's thought he could maybe find the W there. If you just flash W's over the Gromp, I think they win this play, and Husband doesn't even go down. But a nice little donation, and this is gonna give Hero a good opportunity to play the Aurelia degenerate top lane. We've seen so many times, anyone who has ever played solo queue in top lane knows how this goes. Aurelia gets one kill early, and then she just freezes on you forever, and you can't play the game. How can play?
Well, she needs 900 gold and then she's full build. She has a Vamp Scepter and she no longer is a champion that you get to interact with. BJ, Penguin having a bit of a scrap, I should say. Having to back off because Hero's there. Artifact moving up as well. BJ just flashing over the wall.
This is exactly what we wanted to see from Secret. It's now 20 minutes ago, but we talked about this in draft. This is a topside focused draft. They went for the Ziggs just to equalize, neutralize the bot lane, and everything is looking at Hero's special champion, which is Aurelia, into the Jace, I should say, in the top lane, and they have put all the attention on top lane. Bot lane doesn't exist. It's Sivir against Ziggs. No one cares. Let's just go top, camp those top laners, and see if we can win the game through that camp. Early on, it's looking decently good for the side of Team Secret. Only 1 kill to 1, but they forced BJ to go away. So now BJ can't really play offensively anymore. He has to just farm, which is mostly fine, but here we go again.
Artifact is in the E with BJ coming in. There's the stolen Yone ult. This should be an easy kill, and Froggy picks it up.
Nicely done by Froggy. Artifact, I think, wasn't level 6, or was he? And certainly didn't use his ultimate to get away, and Froggy just using the Yone ult against himself. And we know Froggy is an amazing Yone player, so picking Yone into Froggy Silas is maybe not the correct decision, as Froggy shows up in the second game of the split.
That he does. As I notice an old nemesis of ours is returning your way. Where's the scoreboard?
Oh no. Yeah, no one needs a scoreboard here.
Haven't seen that in a little while. I'd love to check in on some CS. Let's have a look at the replay here. Artifact is level 5 throughout this play.
Yeah, just nicely done from Froggy. Knows his XPs. And honestly, it would have been a solo kill, I think, even if BJ doesn't come. Maybe the stun was necessary, but just good play from Froggy and punishing Artifact for his misread. I think Artifact was just trying to push for level 6 to get there as quickly as possible. Hasmid might be dead.
He's in trouble, but he knows this is coming. Just trying to move away. Good sidestep on that first move from Penguin, but there's no real counterplay here. Hasmed is going to go down. It might take a little while. He cleans out a lot of the minions. Does go down, but he did about as well as he possibly could there. Unfortunately, that's right after a TP.
It's also really good, really well played and set up for Team Secret because they walked up in a way that Froggy couldn't just run away towards his second turret. So they split up and came from 2 different angles, 3 even if you consider the top laner. So nicely done. Good execution there on the dive, and that is going to put Hasmid quite far behind. Now played over to Hero. I didn't see who got the kill, and unfortunately we don't have a scoreboard, so we don't know, but there's no doubt.
One day the scoreboard will return from the war, but Eddie just burns his flash, gets away to safety, is just going to farm up as much of these minions as he can from range, which Ziggs is very much able to do. This bot lane continues to not exactly be a hotbed of action.
Yeah. Sivir with Ghost against Ziggs with Teleport. Let's just not ever look at this bot lane again. Oh, we do have XP and levels now.
Yeah, I'm liking, like, as much as we have memed on this overlay a little bit, I do like we're getting a lot more graphs and stuff. That's a big upgrade for the VCS. I hope to see more of that. And maybe we don't have a scoreboard because then LS can never make fun of the VCS. He can't see the builds. We can save that poor man's heart.
Yeah, they saw the bloodthirst in the last game from Eddie and were like, okay, we can't show that. The solo queue is gonna make it, gonna copy these spells. We can't afford to do that. Let's just never show the builds ever again.
Dive on the top side. Froggy does have a Nordal assault. Juhao is here, so they need to be very decisive. Hero moving forward, trying to get something done. Flashes back, hook landing onto Froggy. Will just be a disengage. Really well done there by Hero.
But look at the discipline from Saigon Buffalo. 2 years ago, they would have just committed 4 people to the dive and lost the game right there. This time, they see the other people approaching. They know their timing is very short. They need to make it work on the first dive. If it doesn't work, they immediately disengage. And yeah, they lose one objective, but at least they don't lose the game immediately. So I still see some improvements here from the side of Saigon Buffalo. But Team Secret is the star of the show so far, and especially Hero on his #1 champion.
I think his Mordekaiser has to get a bit of a shout, but the Irelia is certainly very, very up there as Penguin wants to steal away a Raptor camp. And with no vision behind him, BJ is not going to mess with that one. He's going to get the steal. Team Secret looking good and looking like another trip to top lane.
Yep. Taki is here to defend Hasmid, but I'm not sure Taki
but he is going to get one shot. And Hero comes in, takes a kill that he definitely earned. 2v4, Froggy can't really help. SGB kind of getting worked at the moment.
So that's 1 kill to Aurelia, which is great, of course. But how many plates do we get in the bot lane? We don't have the Herald on the side of Saigon Buffalo, so it's probably only going to be 1 or 2 plates, which is not quite enough. Oh, there's even a TP coming in, so this is kind of risky.
I don't know about this. They need to kind of one-shot him, though. BJ moving forward. Can they get the damage? They just about can, and Hero not able to do anything. Well done by SGB.
Yeah, a little bit of a puzzling play for Team Secret, especially also wasting their top laner's TP. This is not really worth talking about. It's just Taki getting caught in rotation against 4 members. But let's think about what just happened here. Hero used his TP to bot lane. Okay, he's gonna stay to farm. This opens up a little bit of a timing window for Hasmid to just get back into the game through a few CS here and there in the top lane. It is gonna put Eddie quite far behind, but he's Ziggs. He should be fine with this. So overall, the outcome is still positive for Secret. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction there on the teleport. No.
Did you know that League of Legends is happening right now on VCS English? There's been no pause. We're in the game. It's 12 minutes deep. Your way, we're back. Woo!
We have some kills. Where the kills come from? I don't know.
Good question.
I have no memory of this game whatsoever. I think Hasmid died a few times.
Yeah, got yeah. I don't think the scores changed. I actually do think it was 3-3 when we left.
I think there was one less kill on
Maybe.
Saigon. Yeah, I think that Saigon must have gotten a kill or something. Yeah, whatever. We are back. 12 minutes in. It's still pretty close, and we just saw Team Secret pick up the second Drake. So everything going kind of as expected.
Yeah, it sort of is. We're back with Team Secret playing this very solo QE comp with the Yone, the Irelia hero off to a fantastic start. It's actually 3-0. So I definitely think a kill must have happened while before the screen came back. Because I don't think he was 3-0 when we stopped.
I think he was, but it doesn't matter now. He does finish his first item, and this is now a very lopsided kind of map situation where all the gold is funneled into one split pusher on the one side, and the other team has a more balanced team composition with the Sivir, who's scaling up, probably the best ADC from last year in VCS, on Hypercarry Sivir into a full melee comp. So there's certainly some hope for the side of Saigon Buffalo, but it's all on Hero's shoulders for Team Secret. Can he push through and actually win them the game, so we get another game of this amazing series?
Oh, don't you want so much more? Don't you want to push into our 4th, our 5th, our 6th, our 7th, our 8th, our 10th hour of this series of SGB versus Team Secret? It never ends. This is.
Can we break some records for longest best of 3?
I think some of the live events that had massive pauses will probably beat us out.
There's the infamous WE against CLGU. 8 hours.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, that's the best of 3. Yeah, unlucky. We hopefully can't beat that. I don't want to jinx it, but it's possible.
Anyway, let's try and get our heads back in this game. I have a question for you, Yue. You're hero. You're 3-0. You have a Blade of the Ruin King. You're very far ahead of your lane opponent. Are you planning to play this game out in the side lane, or do you want to come into team fights? I'll give you a second to think about it, as Husband is in trouble, stunned up, taken down by Penguin.
So, modern League of Legends can't be played without team fighting. That's just the way it is. But I think this Aurelia will try to avoid team fighting for as long as possible and then try to flank. We know some people are amazing team fighters on Aurelia, especially the people on SGB, actually. They are really good team fighters on the Aurelia. So it is possible, but she would want to stay against in this matchup as well, as long as possible. So we see it's pretty easy for them to kill Hasmid over and over again. The problem is it's going to be diminishing returns, because Hasmid is 0-3 already. He's going to only give like 200 gold and 100 gold. So you need to transition that lead over to actually win the game later on. But at this point, he's going to be very content, just sitting in the side lane, making use of all his amazing Aurelia mechanics to just push in the waves, try to freeze maybe on Hasmid, and just go for 1v1 kills as often as possible.
So when we do get to those team fights, as you said, they are somewhat inevitable. That's where I think Shogun's going to become so important. We pointed this out in Champion Select, if you can remember. It's a bit of ancient history. That this is 4 melees into a Sivir. Exactly. Is the Aurelia actually going to be set up in a way to actually get on top of Shogun and actually take him out? Because I think Spell Shield can really be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, I didn't really see that happening, with Shogun also running double defensive or movement summoners plus Karma, so he's going to be a really fast boy. So I feel like the Aurelia kind of has to play around the Sivir, but we have a little bit of an engage here. Froggy searching from Zuhao.
Yeah, just stole and then instantly used that Nautilus ult, so probably not the best idea ever. Depth Charge is actually quite a nice ult to take, so that'll now be on cooldown for quite a long time. But I think SGB are just going to back off. They don't think they have any business near that. Rift Herald, I agree with them. Just back off. Play this one out slowly. They need to ride Shogun to victory.
They are bleeding a lot of money, though. This is looking dangerous now. Yes, the Sivir is the win condition. She's not really going for an early spike item build, though. If you look at this, she's going attack speed, which is a little bit confusing. She should probably just go for a second item Navori, because that is what he can do now, and it's really strong on Sivir. So a little bit confused by this itemization from Shogun. Is going to mean he's really just looking at 4 items to carry the game, and that's still very far away. So in the meantime, we have the likes of Yona, Aurelia, and even Ziggs to push home this mid-game advantage. Ziggs is amazing at pushing towers. Aurelia and Yona can side lane, so I don't really see Saigon Buffalo making it through the mid-game right now, looking at this game state, but maybe they can somehow weather the storm and just give Shogun time to set up the kill.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I do agree with you. I think the issue is just how far behind Husband is. He just can't really exist in side lanes for too long against either the Yone or the Aurelia. Froggy does steal away a Silas. Oh, Juhao moving forward. Oh, a lovely play there. BeanJ taken out. The Mega Inferno Bomb goes in. Does a little bit of damage. Artifact on the side. Could get caught, but no. The Spirit Unbound brings him back to safety. A tower charge in. Froggy wants to find the engage, but he gets immediately blown up. Team Secret moving forward. Husband flashing over the wall. Shogun caught. And I think we might have just seen a patented SGB go too far.
Yeah, a little bit like the professional FF here. No reason to funnel in one after the other. Froggy, his jungler is dead already. His ADC is sitting on almost no items. Why are you going back in? It looked kind of promising for a second there, but then he just insta-died. He even had the stopwatch for the fight, didn't use it. Maybe he bought it right now, I'm not sure. He also had flash ready, so kind of underutilizing his resources here. And now this is a great mid-game lead for the side of Secret. Let's take another look. It actually starts off very riskily for the side of Secret. They overextend onto Shogun, and Shogun with a really good spell shield. He is out of the fight for a second, but what happened to BeanJ? Why is he in the middle of everyone? That kind of instantly...
He got Zig satcheled.
Yeah, he shouldn't be close enough for that to happen. So BeanJ really losing the fight here, and Froggy going back in for no apparent reason. Then it all chains together, death after death after death. A little bit of tilt. I mean, these players have been sitting on stage for more than an hour now, so it's understandable. Most of the time after long, prolonged pauses, the quality of gameplay goes down a bit, and you just want to fight. And that was not the correct call for Saigon Buffalo. Now 5k gold in the deficit.
Yeah, and this is just getting harder and harder. You can see that there's just really nothing SGB can do. They actually got some decent angles. Froggy found some nice chains in that fight as well. And as you said, Shogun with a really good spell shield, but it just didn't matter.
Yeah. So at this point, we are looking at 10 minutes of just trying to bleed as few objectives as possible for the side of Saigon Buffalo. Just try to really stay under your own tier 2 turrets. They don't have a Herald to open up the map easily, and they are 4 melees and a Ziggs, so it's not... What in the world was that? That looked very funny. Now it arrived. Oh, that is the best interaction I've ever seen. But yeah, they can't push towers too easily without diving. That's what their composition wants to do, dive into towers. So Saigon Buffalo should have an opportunity to just stall out the game for a while, wait for 2 items, for 3 items on Shogun, wait for Froggy to maybe hit 1 more. Even Hasmid is looking fine on the item front, so they will be able to fight Dragon number 4, or 5 I should say, so 4th Dragon for the side of Secret. They probably shouldn't opt into a fight for the next Dragon in 2.5 minutes, and instead just sit back, farm, and see if Secret maybe overextends and overdives.
Yeah, I do feel like catching the throw might be the best plan of action for SGB, at least for the next 8 or 9 minutes, at the very least, as you said. Husmed is doing a good job not dying anymore. Like, obviously his scoreline 0-3, that looks really bad, but honestly, none of the deaths were really his fault. Sort of just got ganked, you know, you get 3-man dive, you get 3-man dove 3 times, you kind of just lose, but Team Secret, they're not letting that waiting happen, they're just on the Baron.
Yeah, they want to push the pace of the game, which is probably...
Over the wall they go. Hero misses his ult. Lots used onto BeanJ, but they don't actually kill him. Baron's still engaged by Artifact, who's taking a lot of damage. This actually could turn around now. If SGB can find the angle, Baron's still engaged. SGB have to move forward. BeanJ caught, knocked around a little bit. 2,000 health on the Baron. BeanJ can't get into the pit. The smite will come in, and now Team Secret are going to turn it around. Severe ult used for disengage.
Shogun?
How low, but he's about the only one. Shogun moving forward. He's got those crits rolling.
Oh,
Yone
God.
ult misses. Artifact now in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down to Shogun. Low health.
Oh, okay.
Husband raining fire from above. And SGB are moving forward. Double kill now for Husband. They're on top of Hero. He's dangerous, but bound up by the Karma. Misses the stun as well. Shogun flashing forward. My word, this man is a lunatic. Husband triple kill. SGB turn it around.
And Froggy on the hunt, he wants another one. Can SGB clear the map? Team Secret might have just lost the series on a horrible misplay, overextending in the Baron and just keeping it
Froggy
aggro
wins
for way
this.
too long. I think this boar is quite tanky, so Froggy's
Particularly
having
with
none of
Baron
that.
minions.
Yep, but it's still a lot of shutdowns and so much gold over to Hasmid. Out of nowhere, a triple kill for Hasmid. He got 2 big shutdowns there as well. He should be now quite significantly ahead of Hero after this early game. Disaster strikes, and suddenly SGB might even be in a position to contest the next dragon. And yeah, BJ doesn't overextend into the Dragon Steel. Instead, he just dies. So he might have been able to still try for the Baron Steel,
And
but
it's
instead...
Shogun. Look
Shogun.
at Shogun.
So aggressive, and what an amazing positioning there to dodge Artifact's ultimate. Artifact completely useless, but now Hasmid is the star of the show. Instantly clears out 2 targets. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too close to his ADC, so he just dies of the Q AoE, and whoa, the double dodge. I didn't even see that in the original play.
Yeah.
Shogun gets a little bit too close to the sun there, but fortunately he gets away with 1 HP, and now it's 8-7 in kills. It's super close. Minus 2k Baron power play, so Team Secret needs to reconsider their plan for the rest of the game.
Team Secret will get back out on the map in time for this dragon. I still don't think SGB should contest this. They don't need to. They can fight the time. Look at that damage graph your way. 5.6k damage from Shogun in that fight. Oh, that's entire game. I can't read. I was going to say, Jesus. In one fight. But regardless, you can see where their bread is buttered.
Yeah, and Shogun now should be accelerated towards the 3rd item, so his itemization mishap, or a weird decision, I should say. Maybe it's not a mishap quite, but he should now be closer to the big power spike, which is the big crit item multiplier, of course. Navori, the item of choice on most civils, and I think in this case, certainly the item of choice as well. No, he's skipping the crit multiplier item for now, and this is the problem if you go for attack speed early. You kind of have to go 3rd item penetration, so now he's delaying his crit multiplier to the 4th item. And there's no reason to do this. You get attack speed passively on the Kraken Slayer with every next item. So yeah, I think Shogun should go back and maybe read some patch notes, because there was no need for this item delay. Now he has to wait for 4 items to really carry this game home.
And I agree with you. The itemization, not perfect. Something VCS has struggled with for a very long time, let's be completely honest.
Oh yeah. It has been a contentious topic in all across the globe, especially in the Asian leagues. We've seen a lot of people still go for the suboptimal build choices, especially after the patch notes. We can see the Viego actually is still sitting on the more tanky approach. I think his crit build is going to get buffed the next patch, so we might be back to full crit Viego, or at least Kraken Slayer Viego. For now, that's not the optimal build though, so he's gonna be a little bit more tanky. So far in the team fights, BJ has been blown up in 2 seconds, so tank items might be the prudent choice here.
Yeah, this might just be a build yourself as much health as possible and then steal other people's items to make up for your own mistakes kind of angle for BJ. That said, he's only 1 and 2. He's not impossibly in a hole. His farm is fine as well. We have this 4k gold gap between the teams. 3 minutes to an incredibly important objective, which is this Infernal Drake. Would, of course, be Soul for Team Secret. We have a Last Whisper completed now onto Shogun. I think there's a good chance he completes that 3rd item before the next fight. I think it's almost certain. And your way, 3 item Severe coming into this. There is a 6-1 Irelia on the other team. There is a Yone that has 2 items completed already. Do you have your money riding on Shogun?
His flesh should be up for the fight, so yeah, honestly, he should be able to carry this home. Still not in love with skipping the Navori, but even without Navori, he should, with the added attack speed even of his build choices, he's playing against full melee comp, so he should be able to bounce those Ws off all those melee champs back and forth and back and forth. So he does have the opportunity to carry the game. My big question now is about the setup of the dragon. Can they actually push into their own jungle and get some vision, some semblance of control over this river? Because right now, look at where SGB is on the map. They're sitting right in front of their own base, and the dragon is so far away, and there's so many scary opponents. There's Hero 6-1, there's Penguin waiting with his ultimate and ready to follow up, Zuhao as well. How can you ever get close to the dragon? And that's also why I don't really love Team Secret playing so far towards topside here, giving up some of the control over the Dragon Pit. This gives them an immediate gold benefit, of course, with the outer turret falling, but kind of concedes too much pressure, in my opinion, in the mid lane and around the Dragon Pit. So let's see if it comes back to bite them. Team Secret just pushing for as much money as possible. One more reset for the Dragon fight, then it's all on the line.
It did get them some like fairly nice components. It was a pickaxe and a warden's mail that were picked up for Hero and Artifact on that reset. Components, though, are not full items, so it'll come down to the result of this fight. I think in the end, yes, SGB now have much better positioning than perhaps they'd earned, but Team Secret is still ahead. They still have this absolutely enormous Irelia, and if they can just get through the fight, it doesn't really matter if they gave SGB positioning.
Yeah, it's true, but I think they could have still set this up for a better success. I was pondering if they might have tried to bait Saigon Buffalo into bot side positioning and then sneak a Baron again, but it doesn't seem to be what Team Secret is trying. Now they're walking towards Baron. Yeah, but now
I don't think this works though, because now Sivir just takes the dragon. It's up in 10 seconds.
Yeah,
how quickly can you do this Baron?
So I like that they started Baron immediately. And Saigon Buffalo is not contesting, so they're honestly working out well for Team Secret, because the dragon, they can go for the next dragon, right? It's only second dragon for Saigon Buffalo, as we have a little bit of a buffer here. Spootsy, are you here?
Hello, producer. Yep. Oh, hang on, never mind. We have jumped forward. I hate when this happens. We're sorry about this, everyone. This is nothing we can do about this. That's just what happens with the feed sometimes. As SGB are now in dire straits, having lost 2 inhibitors.
Okay, that must have been a huge pick after the Baron.
Yeah, it looks like they picked Hazmad.
Yeah, Team Secret is pushing to win the game right here, right now with the Baron buff. They don't want to wait for another item on Sivir. They want to end it with this push.
BJ having to ult away. Hero just so tanky with that W up. Moves in onto Froggy. Tower has fallen. Shogun gets a few shurikens rattling around. Forces them back for now. BJ charging forward, but he can't go through that Hextech minefield from Eddie. So Team Secret will disengage.
A huge win for Secret. Now they are in a prime position to win the game. 2 inhibitors down, and the top inhibitor is one of them. So the next dragon is going to be really hard to defend. Saigon Buffalo might even have to just give up the Dragon Soul over to Secret in order to clear out minion waves, so as to not lose the game immediately, just to minions. Shogun is going to be able to farm quite a lot here, so hopefully there's one more fight for the Sivir. He's level 16 too, he has flash available, and he's close to his 4th item.
Yeah, look, the Sivir, look, it's going to be strong your way. But I just don't see how it can do enough. I feel like the rest of SGB are just going to fall like a house of cards in a tornado. Yeah, I don't think getting 1 or 2 auto attacks is enough.
Look at the 2 melee carries on the side of Team Secret. They both are now sporting that anti-crit item. Yeah, randoms coming in for both of them. And he does have the armor penetration, but it's still randoms is still quite effective. So, might
Sivir will use Hero going forward. I feel like as soon as you lose a 30 in him, the game's basically over. And lose it they shall. Hazmad.
They do have a Ziggs, so it's really easy for them to get rid of the base towers. Ziggs just needs 1 or 2 auto attacks and then a W, and then the base tower is gone. Oh, we haven't engaged on the other
goes
side.
cold in this other side. Oh, lovely ultimate there from Artifact on that. Yone goes deep into the SGB. Will pay for it. No, never mind. His soul unbounds out, and Team Secret are pushing them back to the fountain. Ziggs pick up a kill. Shogun down. SGB down. And Team Secret will take us to a 1-1. This series isn't ending. We can't go to bed. We're here all night, and we couldn't be happier because the VCS is back.